Traders, I want to show you something pretty special. Seriously, if you're looking to grow your account or pass your prop firm challenge, definitely watch this video. So what I do every day is I provide my VIP members with this watch list. And we're having some pretty remarkable success with these if you follow the strategy. So in this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know. This was yesterday's watch list. Posted this into the London Open. So what I've done is I've copied pasted it into this note over here. And we'll go over to the charts and I'll show you the strategy and just show you how this could make a significant difference to your trading. So there's a pretty basic rule really. Wait for the session initial range to complete, and I'll show you that. And then take the signals from the momentum sync indicator. Now I'm going to include another indicator with this. All right, so I've copied that. Let's head over to the charts and we'll just start from the top and work down. Okay, this is yesterday's watch list in VIP. Okay, Euro Aussie, this is it. All right, we're on a Euro Oz here. We're looking for a bullish opportunity. And simply put, we wait for this initial range here to complete. Okay, you can see the box. And then we look for the first buy signal. That one, not that one. This is into the New York Open. We're looking for the opportunity after the London Open, which is this blue line. Now, by the way, you'll be able to use this as a full tutorial on this strategy. Now, here's the thing with this: the trend momentum sync indicator. This is it here. You see the green up triangles flashing on and off, and there's a red triangle. In the settings, I had it set to 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, and 2 hours. But what it does, it tracks, look, it's a complex calculation. I won't go into it, but it's looking at multiple time frames for a certain condition to be met. And they all have to stack up. If one of these time frames doesn't stack up, then we don't get a signal. But what I did was I altered these time frames. This is a relatively new indicator. I haven't had it for that long, and I haven't really spent a lot of time messing around with it. But last night I had a bit of a brainstorm, and I thought, well, what if we were to drop the time frames down to 5, 15, 30, and 1 hour? So it's tracking 4 time frames, and the condition has to be met. And I picked the 5-minute because as soon as the condition's met on the 5-minute, I would be interested in the trade, but I want these time frames to also be in a confluence, right? So we want the confluence of all of these time frames. Go okay, and no, we get more signals, and this one in particular down here. All right, so compare that with that one. So with this trade here, I actually used the trend channel. That also gives us signals as well. We've got signals everywhere. That'll give us a break, usually a break of structure. All right, either a changing character chalk or a break of market. There's 2 of them. But I'm inclined to, use this one, but really run off that. Look at this signal here, for example. And we've got signals on the liquidity momentum indicator, guys. These are really, really good signals, seriously. So, if the idea is, we're looking for a bullish opportunity after this initial range, look down here. This signal here gives us the pullback. That's designed to give us the pullback. And then when it's just starting to run, we get that. This one here, look, it gives us the pullback. Guys, seriously? This one and this one. We're going to be using these 2 moving forward. And this is a really new indicator as well. I only just finished, my developers just finished developing it, right? So we really want this indicator down here. So look, it's so easy to set these signals. You just basically come in. Look, the idea is Euro Aussie buy, then come in, grab this one, go to the 3 dots, add alert, all right, and we want to buy. So we're going to isolate. We only want a bullish alert. That's it. Once per bar, and let it make a bit of noise down here. Once per bar, and create. Right, that's done. And then on this one, we're just going to pick add alert, and we want bullish alert. That'll pick all the bullish alerts. There's a few different ones, right? We're just strong bullish, strong bearish, forget it. We'll just go bullish alert because it'll pick all of the bullish alerts. Just that. That's it. Once per bar, and then create. And that's the best of both worlds, guys. All right, that one fired. Here, that's your trade. So we jump in on the alert, maybe the next candle even if you like, but given that this one down here, let's just mark it up. That fired back here. So go in on the next candle. That's this alert I'm talking about down the bottom. We could brighten them up a little bit so you can see them. Maybe. Overbought, oversold. Where are we? Scroll down. Okay. All right. I'll have to do it in the code, but you'll see it. You can see these alerts, the green alerts. The bright green are the strong alerts, and then these other ones are just the these pullback alerts. All right, and then we're going to go for the target is. I mean, look at these lines up here. There's yellow, purple, and blue kicked in here. All right. The blue one was probably off that candle, but you target the yellow and the purple. Purple's an 8-hour. Okay, so if you see those levels above, either white, yellow, orange, purple, or blue, we'll target it slightly under. And look how it respects these previous higher time frames. So we're on a 5-minute chart here. That's it. We take that. That's 4R. And stop loss, pretty tight, just under the low, and or I'll show you as we go. Actually, these red signals, see the red shaded zone above? That's where your stop loss level would be. And what I'm doing there is just going for 2 times the average true range on the 5-minute. You could go 2.5 just to give yourself a little bit more breathing room. 2.5, see how it increased that? So that would be your stop loss. Anyway, that one under. So look, that's 4R, guys. Let's just have a look and see how this turned out. Now, I was looking at the trend channel, but I'm inclined to kind of hold back on that and just really run with this one here, the trend momentum sync. And you want to see that that's green underneath as well. It's a really strong signal. It's a good one. Okay, Euro Kiwi's the next one. All right, so just note that I've changed the setting on this one to 5, 15, 30, and 1 hour. Let's have a look at the Euro Kiwi. All right, we were looking for a bullish opportunity after the zone. Yeah, that one kicked in here. We don't have anything under through this section. Okay, momentum was building. That one, we took that. Okay, so that's, well, 2R. Now, if you took this one, see that now the thing to be careful as well is when you see price movement like that, okay, that's a very shallow pullback, and you've got to expect that it'll pull back a bit further. In any case, let's say you did. Let's just say you took long position on the next candle. I wouldn't have traded that, I don't think. Stop loss would have been there. You're going for a 2R or the target. All right. So let's just say we lost that one. No problem. But you're going to run off this next signal as well. Okay. So you're down 1, and here you're up 2. So let's just say we came out 1 hour ahead with that. Okay. Euro dollar. Now, actually, we took this one in VIP. This was a signal that I sent in to Telegram for those of you who are copying my trades with TS Copier. That one, I closed it a little bit early as we were heading into the New York session. But you can see that it would have been completely viable. See the yellow line and the purple line here? I actually decided to close it. See these crosses? This is telling us that we're starting to get overextended. And we've got more crosses over here as well, red crosses. That's coming off this other indicator here. It just tells you when things are getting a bit overstretched, and it's an indication that you could look to close potentially. It's coming off extreme confluence. That one, see the crosses up the top. In any case, this one here could have targeted that, and we could have tightened up the stop. That could have been a 3R, right, if you went with that. But I ended up closing mine earlier. But let's just, say that you run with it and you go with the strategy that I'm actually explaining here. You look for these levels, you target those levels. Look at it, a touch stop loss just slightly under the low, nice and tight, and that's a 3R target, right? Okay, pound Aussie was next, guys. You can these indicators for a free trial for 7 days, and you gain access to Discord. You gain access to the daily watch list that that we're looking at the moment. But going back over these watch lists, these are looking really good. Pound Aussie. All right, so the pound Aussie, we're looking for a buy, and there's no signal. There's no green signal after this, so we leave it alone. And it was pretty volatile as well, not easy. Pound Aussie, no trade. Pound Kiwi. Yeah, I was just running off this bullish momentum, looking for the pullback and continuation, but that happened. But guys, you just got to run with the signals. And see down in here, there's nothing here. No signals here at all. Pound Aussie, pound Kiwi. That's the next one. There's no signal after this green zone, or after this initial range, I should say. There's no buy signal there, so there's no trade. It's as simple as that. It's a very easy strategy. I give you the list, and then you've just got to wait for the signals. Pound dollar. Okay, we were looking for the buy. See, the signal kicked in right there. Target the levels up the top here. There's a 3R target reached. That's 11R. NASDAQ. Okay, scrolling down. So the NASDAQ, we were looking for a buy, a bullish. Yeah, I went with that. I was hoping for the pullback. We go long with that one. Here's the thing. Okay, tight stop got taken out if you went with that. And then then we finally got it into the New York session. All right, let's just go minus 1R. So we're down to 10R. Not bad. Let's have a look at these. Aussie CAD. Yeah, things turned around. And look, the reason why I've come up with this system, have a look at my previous video. I'll go there very quickly, and then we'll come back and have a look at these bearish, because I know that dollar CAD was a good one. Excuse me, I'll just explain this really quickly, and then we'll come back to this. Well, you know how volatile the markets have been, right? This will take a sec. Look at this volatility, and prior to this, the volatility range on the VIX was really tight. Zero interest rates, okay? 0% interest rates, right? Bank of Japan rate rise happens there. All right, I've explained this numerous times, and then look at this volatility. That's what we're up against. So we've had to come up with a system, excuse me, to be able to handle the volatility. It pumps, it dumps, it pumps, it dumps, it pumps, it dumps. I mean, it's just relentless. Okay, Trump with his rhetoric is causing havoc in the markets, and we have a solution. This one took off after the New York. So actually, the NAS, generally speaking, I would prefer to trade only through the New York session. In any case, all right, we're up 10R. Aussie CAD was a sell. After, you got to wait for this to play out, this zone. There's no sell signal, no trade. Aussie yen was a sell idea. That was bearish. So, I was looking for continuation, a pullback and continuation, but it didn't happen. So the Aussie yen was another sell idea. Look, you know what? There was a signal after that. You may have got caught with that one. Let's just do that. Let's just say, okay, you went off that signal. Aussie yen. All right, minus 1R. Fair enough. So we're up 9R now. Then the Kiwi yen, New Zealand yen. I was looking for the sell. There's no sell signal after the initial range here. So no trade. I mean, if you saw it pushing green like this and going up, you'd probably... But anyway, worst case scenario. And then dollar CAD, we're looking for a sell. The first signal kicked off back up in there. This bearish that you see, that's just breaking out of the range here. That's telling us that at that point we broke out of this box. That's fine, but we're looking for the signal, that little red down arrow. I'll just take the box out and show you what I mean. So there's our signal there. Down to the purple line, just call it 3R. That's a total of 12R. If you followed strategy. I do say wait for pullbacks, but I'm just gonna say wait for the momentum sync indicator signals. That's it. And or the signals off the liquidity momentum as well under here. There was nothing at that point. The other signal you can wait for are these guys. Trend bars 11. Let me show you something. Style, go to green and red. Look at these little red dots kicking in here. I'll show you those. Okay. There, little red dots kicking in. So that's when the bars turn from green after white, they turn red. Then we could probably use those. But I think I'm preferring the trend momentum. Right now, that might be a little sensitive. You just got to play around with this, guys. Test it out for yourself. And 5 minutes might be. Here we go with 10 minutes. See what you think. Okay, so we've got this range that we work from. Okay, you'll see it's flashing on, off, on. Okay, this is the London Open. So we'll just go into a little bit more detail now. This is the London Open here, the blue line, and that's coming off the Forex sessions indicator. These have been updated. Now you got this little purple thing here, update available, update to latest version. The trend bars has been updated. Okay, so now we can just click that update to latest version. All right, so I've got 3 instances of the custom range high and low. This one here I used for the Asia Open. That was a non-event. The trend bars, actually, I'm just going to come back over here. I do prefer not to show the bar color green and red. Oh, the bar colors, I don't mind. It's the, oh yeah, no, it is, that's the signals. Let's just take those out. I've got 3 versions of this custom range high and low. Just to make it simple, this one's set to the first hour of the Asian sessions. This is the initial range. This is New York time. Set my chart to New York. The second one, I just flick it off and flick this on. That's set to London. So there's the London Open, and I'm doing this on a 5-minute chart. And the third one I've set for the New York Open. Here's New York here, the white line. And the New York Open we've set to a specific time. I've just delayed it a little bit, as you can see here. Okay, I'm just running from 9 till 10 on with the New York Open. It's when the equity markets kick in around 9:30. We tend to get a little bit of volatility there. But look at these signals, guys. So we're currently at the Asia Open. So we just go back over here. Here we go, Asia. Right, so the watch list goes into VIP. And as I'm doing the watch list, I also do a mentorship video. That was the mentorship video. As I'm running through the watch list, I'm sharing with you, what I'm looking for. So this goes through picking the watch list. So I do a daily mentorship video and the watch list goes in at the same time. If you're really wanting to become an independent, profitable trader, guys, I would say this is the opportunity, and it's currently heavily discounted, and it's not going to stay that way. All right, so there's a 7-day trial. Just go to the website. Link is down below, anthonybourne.com, and just click on the free trial. Okay, you gain access to all of this. How to so basically, when you click this, you'll go to a WOP page, WHOP. This is important. You'll receive an email from WOP with the link. Just go back into the WOP page. Once you get access, you'll see on the left-hand side of the WOP page the icon where you can access the resources, and everything will be in there for you. So guys, jump on board with us and benefit from what we've got here with this. While it's discounted, okay, it's free for 7 days, and it's only $29.95. You shout me Sushi Train once a month, and I'm happy to share this with you at the moment. When it goes up, if you've already locked in the discount, that won't change for you. All right, guys, look, with that, have a great day. Safe trading as always, and I will see you in the next one.